Like Napoleon Hill said, limitations are the things we permit in our heart. You can be what you want to be. You can achieve what you want to achieve in life. With Christ, I can do all things. And the Lord will help you. You will achieve your purpose in Jesus' name.
You are mighty God, mighty God. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hello, welcome back to this YouTube channel, returning subscribers. I sincerely appreciate you. I believe you have been blessed by the testimonies of God's faithfulness in the life of these individuals. You are about to listen to another testimony of God's faithfulness in the life of this person. And I believe that through the testimony, your faith will build up and all things will be possible to you because you believe. If you are just coming for the first time, I sincerely appreciate you. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel and the Lord Almighty will bless you. Thank you and God bless you.
That small thing you count as so big, you cannot make it in life. It is just nothing. Permit me to share my testimony. And I know why the Lord allowed me to go through all that I went through in my life. You can see the picture here on the screen. I also, by the grace of God, I overcame. From a local pepper grinder to obtaining a doctorate degree and a university lecturer in Europe, I can tell you, you can. After my secondary school, I decided to look for admission and I got one. I ran to the village to tell my dad with joy and happiness that I have obtained admission. Unfortunately, he told me there was no money. And I knew sincerely he was true. He was saying the truth. If I had waited for him for the next 5-6 years, there would be no money. And so I decided to take my destiny into my own hands. I jumped down to Port Harcourt by the grace of God and obtained this local machine, as you could see. I used to be in Rumokro. Those who are familiar with Nigeria and Port Harcourt, part of Nigeria, I used to be in Rumokro then. And then I began to grind the Rumokro market, the goosey and pepper, as you could see, what we call in Nigeria. And then I continued from 1995 till 1997. I saved some money. But after I repented by the grace of God in January 1997, the Lord arrested me. And then I began to see that I cannot continue with this because my eyes open. And all the programs we used to have in Rumo, that I opened my eyes to think that I can achieve more. And then one day I was praying, the Lord told me specifically in 1997, go and learn how to operate computer. I enrolled and I completed the program. I got my job in a business, small business center. And then after a few years, one particular man I knew before came. He was head of departments in the Polytechnic there in River State. And told me that he wants me to be his personal computer operator in his office. I followed him. After a few months, I enrolled as a part-time student, my national diploma. I completed the part-time program. I got my end and enrolled again. And brethren, by the grace of God, within this period, employment opportunity open, I now joined the mainstream Polytechnic staff with my ND as my highest degree. And God will always prosper you when he sees that you are diligent. By that time, as God would have it, a particular rector came and said he doesn't want to work with a lady, a Christian rector by the grace of God. He said he needed a young man who will serve as a secretary. You know, our dad in the law used to mention that God is the qualifier of the unqualified. I saw that in my life. Imagine my highest grade then was I was at level 6. To serve as the secretary director must be at level senior confidential secretary or principal confidential secretary, who must be level 11 and upward. But I was brought to him and he accepted me, began to work together. And men and brethren, life changed by the grace of God. And after working with him for some years, he felt that, look, I have some potentials. By the grace of God, I applied to teach, and then I was transferred to the academic ladder and I began to teach. But then I have completed my HND still as a part-time student in the Polytechnic. I know why I'm stressing it here, so that you know that if God is with you, no matter what you do, God will ensure you make it in life. And then after teaching for some years, the man felt that, look, I have some potential. By the grace of God, through the TED Fund program, I went to the UK to do my master's. I came back, but then he has left. And after testing what it means to study abroad, I found out that this is the time for me to be independent. I didn't need any sponsorship again, so I applied to do a PhD in Finland, where by the grace of God, I was accepted and I completed my PhD, and the university thought it worthy to keep me as a postdoctoral researcher. What am I saying? Brethren, you could see how how checkered my history was. From this local primitive way of making money to where I am today. And what am I telling you? Do not allow your background to keep your back on the ground. You can make it. If God helped me, He will help you in Jesus' name.